All right, what do you think we can do with a pumpkin and a kabocha squash? Well, we're going to be making pumpkin kabocha squash soup. Come and watch. Welcome to Healthy Vegan Living. Part 2. Okay, so it was last night and it was just 9 o'clock at night and I was just too tired to make the pumpkin soup that I wanted to have for dinner tomorrow night, which is tonight. So I'm using my stock pot and we're going to warm it back up again. Okay, so what I'm doing is I'm using an immersion blender. It looks like this, and what I've done, if I've blended both the kabocha squash and the pie pumpkin together. Now to make it a complete meal, I'm going to add half of this package of firm tofu, pardon me. This is non-GMO, it's got cholesterol free, no preservatives, it's pasteurized with a double cooling system, that's nice. This is not the usual brand I get, I got this at the 99 Ranch store. It's just because I wanted to have some tofu for this presentation, okay? This is going to be able to give us our vegetables, and it's also going to give us our protein. So we'll get started. Okay, so the following spices are going to be 1/4 ground cumin, like this. I bought this in bulk at Sprouts. Got these really fancy spoons there. Can you see them? Oh, here they are. It's a nice, really nice set. Okay, so then we're going to use 1/4 turmeric. That's what it looks like. Actually, this is more like it right here. We're going to add 1/4 ground coriander, 1/4 black pepper. This is straight from Canada. This says black pepper. When you go in, this says it's poivre noir. Black pepper black. We're going to grind in some Himalayan sea salt. Okay, and then we're going to use the immersion blender and mix it all together. Now this is not exactly a soup. This is a combination of two different squashes, the pie pumpkin and the kabocha pumpkin. I'm not putting in milk, I'm not putting non-dairy milk, I'm not putting in coconut milk. I'm just going to add the tofu, which I think is going to make it a little bit lighter. And that's it. And this is a very quick, you don't have to spend all day long. It tastes good actually just the way it is. Okay, so that's blended in. We're going to cut the tofu next. Now I normally buy my tofu at Sam's Club, but we were going to get the different types of pumpkins for this meal, and the best place for me to find the kabocha squash, short of growing it myself in my garden, is at the 99 Ranch store. Pour the water off. I'm able to tell the freshness by tasting the water. And it seems good. Okay, then now pull it out. You're not going to be leaving in here. You're going to be putting it in a plastic container with other fresh water. Now make sure you have all that water out because it's going to make a mess. pull it. Let's do that. Don't have to get this big a knife, but I'm just trying to show you. You're going to cut it in half. Now, half that's going to be put away right now. I'm just going to move this portion over here. We're going to use this, the bigger half, for the soup. I'm going to stick it over here. And then just cut it one more time in half. And stick it in a container. And put in, if you have filtered water, use filtered water. Otherwise, if you don't have that luxury, use water and just change it every single night. Now, I drink the water because I like the taste of tofu water. But you don't have to do that. Just simply drain it every night. That keeps the tofu fresh, and it'll be good for 2 more days. I've even stretched it 3 days. Something like this. Pretty much where it goes above the top of the tofu. I'll stick this in your fridge. Now, to complete our vegan meal, take your tofu. You don't bother. You don't have to at this point. It's going to be going back into the soup. Just cut it up in little pieces. I mean, like this, just so you can transport it over there. You're going to be using the immersion blender to be able to cut your tofu. I mean, to blend your tofu inside of the. All right, now watch how this is done. I still got the immersion blender in here. And I'm going to turn it on, and I put it on top of one of the tofu squares. And you're just going to mix it in there. So I found another square here. There's another one here. See if we can move this closer so you can see what I'm doing. Now it's all little chunks, so you're just going to have to keep at it until you have the smoothest consistency you can. And here's one. Sometimes you gotta just have this. There's one here. Now, what do you do if you don't have an immersion blender? Use your regular blender. See if you can do it cold first and heat it back up again on your stove top. Don't have a blender? Use regular egg blender, you know, those machines with the little tines on them, like a cake blender. And that would work too. The immersion blender just makes life so much easier. Now I'm going to put this on medium. All this time it's on low heat. You're not trying to cook it because it's already been cooked in the Instapot pressure cooker. See how it's smoothing up? Now I'm going to increase it to high. See how creamy it's getting now? Alright, let's taste it. Put this in the frying pan right here. But you always have to taste when you're the cook. And it's going to be hot, so you're just gonna have to let it down, taste it down. Oh, it's a delicious, very smooth taste. The tofu is kind of blended down. This the taste of the kabocha squash. It could actually be used this way perfectly. This is the simplest of soups to be used. There's no onion in this soup. There's not the sweet herbs and more savory side of it. It's a simple soup. It's fast soup. So you're hungry, you can put this together in Instapot, pull it out. You can actually, you might even get away with putting all of these herbs in the Instapot when you start cooking it. And then all you have to do then is use an immersion blender, and voila, it'd be finished. I just did it a little later on the stove. Alright, I hope you enjoyed this. I'm going to plate this and I'll show you what it looks like at the end. You can decorate it with all kinds of things. You can put parsley leaves on it. You can put little pieces of carrots. You can even put walnuts on it. Today we're just going to add a couple almonds on the top. A little decoration. The advantage of being the cook is you get the biggest spoon. It's so creamy and delicious and so easy to make. It has a little bit of a bite to it. But by only using a quarter spoon of the turmeric and cumin, you can control the heat. Enjoy your dinner tonight. Well, this is what's left of the soup, and I think it's going to last me a couple nights. It was very good. I'm lucky. I have a dishwasher right underneath my area where I usually make my dishes. But if someone else is making this for you, volunteer to do the dishes. It helps them out. And it makes the meal faster. Thanks for watching my presentation. Hope you enjoyed this soup. Hope it satisfies you as much as it did me. Thanks very much for watching. We'll see you in our next video.
If you like this channel, please subscribe. If you like this video, give us a thumbs up. Thank you for watching.